watching PowerNation. Hey everybody, I'm Mark Christ. You probably recognize me from Detroit Muscle. Tommy and I have had over 5 great seasons there together. We built everything from vintage resto mods to late model muscle and everything in between, but I've got some truck builds that I've been wanting to do for a long time. Just so happens, so does a good friend of mine. His name's Brandon Burke, and he's the newest member of the PowerNation family.
Buckle up, y'all. This is Music City Trucks.
So let's talk about this season. So we've got a lot of cool builds planned. Won't get into all those now, but we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna make a lot of noise.
Yeah, as long as we have fun and build cool stuff,
Yeah.
I think we hit the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really want to build stuff that either everyone can build or everyone wants to build or dream builds. You know, I want to hit the whole spectrum of what we're gonna do on the show.
Yeah, no, I'm all about it. So budget builds on up to a full dream build, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Speaking of budget builds.
This one?
What do you want to do with it?
My idea for it is the ultimate camping rig.
Okay.
Off-road camping rig, which means that you can take all of your buddies and all your gear anywhere, whether it's on the mountain, in the mud, or just regular trails, but everybody you want to fit inside this thing can come, have fun, do the whole weekend, and come back.
Okay.
And this thing not to break.
So the plan here to kick this build off, what are we gonna do today? Where are we headed?
We're headed to Adventure Off-Road Park, AOP, and we're gonna hit mud, hit the trails, and go up rocks. Hopefully. This is a long truck, so the rock thing might not happen.
We're at Adventure Off-Road Park in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee.
I love this place. This thing's got over 500 acres to choose from, 120 different trails, everything from easy to extreme rock bouncer type stuff.
Yeah, plus they have over 20 events here every year, and thankfully they saved a little bit of time for us to come in here and check out our rigs, and that's just what we're gonna do with our Suburban today. See what it can do.
Yep.
And you're driving.
All right, lock it up.
Thought it was lock them in.
Same difference.
All right, here it goes. It's already making some funny noises.
Oh yeah. Oh boy. Where's my keys?
All right. I don't know if this was a good decision. Yeah, it definitely doesn't want to stay in 4. Oh, it's beautiful up here. Don't mind me, just holding it in 4.
Oh, this is
this thing is just awesome. Stay left, man. Oh, this is a little more treacherous. Oh. Hang on. Your right rear's not spinning. Back up and try it again. Did you say this had a locker in it?
It did.
Okay. Okay. Try it again.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, it's spinning now. Oh, you're gonna have to give it a little more stank than that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, let's see if we could do this.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Try again. Try to avoid that one.
I'm trying to get her over the...
Okay.
This thing.
Man, this is like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Whoa. Stalled again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I might have broke it. I think we broke it.
Okay, we'll see what's going on. Pump it and crank it. Crank it and pump it. No fuel.
Well, we broke it, just not in the way we wanted to.
This is not how I wanted to end the day. Make engine noises, Brandon. It's a little bit of a quieter ride than it was earlier.
Yeah.
You doing all right over there, buddy?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
This is no joke.
Oh no, this is a, look at this steering wheel. This is a, if the steering wheel comes off, we're gonna leave this project.
Leave it here. Well, this day didn't really end the way that we wanted it to. This is what happens when you go out trail riding, especially when the rig's untested. Sometimes it breaks.
Up next, we evaluate our Suburban and set the stage for turning this vintage square body into a beast.
All right, well, this is the moment of truth. Well, our poor Suburban didn't make it back here under its own power, but we got it back here on the hook. It's on the lift, and it looks good in here. And it looks good in here.
Hey, dude, I'm not an interior designer, but I think I did a pretty good job at this thing.
Don't quit your day job just yet.
Right.
And speaking of your day job, let's talk about the project.
Yeah, I think we need to stick with the name that I said at the park, Unbreakable, so Project Unbreakable.
You're putting that stamp on there. That is a tall order.
No, I mean, especially for something this big, I mean, that's gonna require axles, suspension, engine trans, the whole works.
Yeah, so any moving part either has to be replaced or rebuilt.
Probably replaced.
Probably. Let's start under the hood.
Throttle body, 350, 185 horsepower of fury.
Yeah, it's not really anything to write home about in the power level, but they are reliable. And in fact, so reliable, this is probably the original engine that came in this truck 30 years ago.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. I mean, these things are stout and they seem to never die if you treat them right.
Except we don't know the history. We don't know the maintenance history. We don't know what's going on inside there or how many miles are on it. And like you mentioned, the power level. I say this thing's got to go.
Yeah, and I think we build a small block and keep this truck small block.
Like it.
All right, you want to see what's underneath?
Suburbans aren't really known for being the first pick for off-roading, but with the right components, can be plenty capable. Well, I noticed the rockers are kind of rusty, but other than that, seems like a solid truck under here.
No, I think this is the perfect starting point for what we're trying to build, but I am gonna pick it apart.
Okay, all right.
10-bolt front axle, which is known for breaking pretty much every component inside it.
Right.
The 350 we already mentioned.
Yeah, I noticed the 700 R4 looks like it's been rebuilt at some point, so we might actually be able to salvage that.
Yeah, we might be able to. That might be the only thing we keep.
Okay.
208 aluminum transfer case, chain driven. Again, not really off-road worthy for what we're trying to do.
I noticed under here too, the wires for the fuel pump. I mean, they look like they're either chewed up or got pinched, and I can actually see the copper inside.
Oh yeah. Let's not talk about the slip yoke that's gonna fall out of the tail shaft.
Yep.
And these nice welded on caps for the U-joint.
Nice work.
The one-wheel Wonder 10-bolt.
Yeah.
Block style lift. And the worst part about this truck, especially for safety, is this tight brake hose you can play like a banjo.
Wow.
I mean, that's your only safety device on this truck.
Yeah. So bottom line, everything we're talking about has to just come out.
All of it.
All right, let's get some tools.
Besides having the wheelbase of a school bus, everything under here is half-ton Chevy, whether you're talking about K5 Blazers or K10 pickups. All right, you want me to hold the front?
Yeah, if you would. I gotta get it off this flange here. Oh, sorry, dude.
The funny bone.
Was it funny?
Not really.
I got it.
Good.
Yep. Unbolting the transfer case, and I'm gonna get that out of the way so we can get the engine trans out. The easy way. Yeah, you ready? Perfect. All right, we catch it because I'm gonna come back.
Actually, you probably go all the way back.
Oh yeah, there's lots of room. Woo!
Oh, that sounds nice.
Awesome noise.
Dude, a country graham cracker.
No. Oh! Put some milk on it first, or some honey.
Oh, there it is.
It's not as heavy as I thought it was gonna be. This may look like we're taking the long way around to get the engine out.
Woo!
Yeah, that's never been off.
Nope.
But it's much easier and cleaner to just remove the front clip. That did it.
Woo. Well, as long as you don't have a bunch of rusty bolts to fight with. There's multiple ways to lift this front clip, but this is going to be the easiest way for us.
This is the most fun way.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good on this side. Oh, nice.
Sweet. Engine mount, trans mount, all the wiring.
Maybe a couple
Hoses,
of vacuum
lines.
hoses. Power steering hoses.
Power steering.
Let me get those.
Oh, that was slick. Still good with me. Oh, there we go.
It wanted to come out.
Go up.
Yep. Not bad for a day's work, huh?
Nah. Oh, it's been rebuilt.
Oh, yeah.
Someone's rode on it, on the transmission.
We were wrong about the engine, too. There's a tag on it.
Oh.
All right, so now all that's left is to get the engine and transmission separated, get this thing on an engine stand, and take it to the boys down in Engine Power so they can get it rebuilt for us.
Yep, hopefully. Stroker motor.
I'm ready.
Yes.
Coming up, we finished the teardown on Project Unbreakable.
Woo!
Now we're talking. As far as I'm concerned, if you got the front clip off, you're living right. That's gone, so is the engine, transmission, and transfer case, and we mentioned earlier, the 10 bolts have to go, but we're not just gonna drop the axles.
We're also going to be dropping these leaf springs, and those leaf springs are never going to come back on this truck because we're going to be replacing it with something with more flex, more capability off-road. But before we can get to all that, we got to get the rest of this truck torn down.
Whether or not you're reusing your old parts will dictate your method of removal. For us, this stuff is all headed to the scrap bin.
She hot.
Mm-hmm.
Ready? Hammer time.
Clear? Almost there.
Got it.
All right, go ahead. Well, there's nothing holding this thing in, but
Some tension, some gravity.
how do you want to get this thing down?
Let's put the wheels on it and lower the truck down, and it should just roll out of this thing.
That's boring.
Another benefit to having these old wheels and tires attached to the axle is the time it saves getting them out of our hair.
I'm there.
We're gonna leave this front axle set up on the ground, and this truck's gonna move away vertically. Yes.
You're just hitting the power band. Why'd you get out of it? All right, there you go.
Dude.
That thing is in there.
All right.
Now that we're done with the front,
It's time to tackle the back.
whew. Hanging a little on that side.
Yeah. Do what?
Here, hanging a little on that driver's side.
Woo! Hopefully
Now we're talking. It's a little warm.
Yeah.
We're getting down to the nitty gritty
Yeah.
here.
Up next, playtime's over.
We've all been there. Your alternator goes out on your ride, so you go to your local parts store, and they've got two options, a cheap rebuild and an overpriced OEM replacement. But there's a better option, Duralast Gold. All Duralast Gold alternators are brand new inside and out, not remanufactured or rebuilt. They're engineered for maximum life and performance with OE or better amperage output. You can find them at your local AutoZone, and you won't have to take a loan out at the bank to get one for your truck.
This is Music City Trucks, and we're finishing the teardown of Project Unbreakable.
We'll try without the extension.
Oh, mine can't. Ow.
Yes, sir. As you can see, the body mount bushings on our Suburban were shot, so we decided to go ahead and split the body and frame. You want to use the extenders?
Yeah.
Okay. While we're at it, we might as well go ahead and get the frame all cleaned up by removing any hardware or brackets that we're not going to need. Got it? Yep.
We're also removing the bumpers because we've got some big plans for those as well.
We're getting down to the nitty gritty
Yeah.
here.
You ready?
Yep. They should probably pop right out. Well, isn't that how projects go? You start taking it apart, and the next thing you know, you've got a bare frame. Well, Brandon did a great job getting this thing all cleaned up and painted, but where this thing really made the transformation is what we took off. Mainly all of the mounting points for our leaf springs, because those things are going away. We're replacing them with 4-link and coilovers front and rear. This is gonna be a bad machine.
We're also going to be ditching those 10-bolt axles for some 1-tons. These came out of a 77 K30 pickup truck. There's a 14-bolt full float rear axle and a Dana 60 Kingpin front axle. This is the holy grail of off-road swaps for 1-tons. Now, we can just put these things underneath the truck and they'd work, but we want to make these things beefy. So gears, lockers, bigger shafts. We're going to put everything we can inside these and under that truck to make this thing unbreakable.
Here's what we're going for.
Unbreakable is the ultimate off-roader that can do a little bit of everything.
Except, of course, leave you stranded. Big lift, tall tires, sinister black paint, and all the recovery gear.
Just in case.
We're going to use aftermarket parts where we can, and then the rest, well, we're going to build it ourselves with the steel you see here on the floor. Things like skid plates, bumpers, a brush guard, and even rock sliders, which is where we're going to start.
Now, I could just cut these old rockers out and replace them, then build the sliders underneath, but I'd rather kill 2 birds with 1 stone by building the sliders into the body. That eliminates the rust and gains me ground clearance.
Dang, that looks good.
No turning back now.
I know, and I like it, dude. Like square tubing, square body,
Yeah.
it just works. Now, we've torn this thing down quite a bit, but we did start to build it back up, and it's got an even bigger transformation for next time.